Okay. Well, it's a beautiful Monday afternoon here in Florida, and we are here with the Leesburg Library. And so blessed to be with you all. Today we are going to focus a lot on some standing poses. So you can see that I have a wall very close to me. So if you are able to be near a wall, then you can just move your chair so that it's close to the wall too, and your yoga mat. Or if you're not near a wall, that's okay. You should have your chair there to the side, maybe to your right side, like I have mine. And you can still do these same things, these same poses. But if you're new to yoga, please listen to your body first and foremost. Listen to the teacher second. If it hurts, if there's any sharp shooting pain, tingling, or numbness, you just back off and maybe do a different stretch or just release some of that level of stretch. But if you have a wall, we'll go ahead and take our heels to the wall, but we'll pigeon toe our feet so that our big toes are touching and there's a little bit of space between your heels. Now, if you can bring your heels all the way back and you can have your heels touch and your big toes touch, that's great. So you could do that. So if you are away from the wall, then you just pigeon toe your feet a tiny bit so your big toes are touching and your heels have some space. And you're just away from the wall, and that's okay. But you do look at your feet and make sure that they're straight and that your big toes are touching. If you can have your heels together, even if you're away from the wall, then you can do that. So just take a moment to root down into your feet so that you can rise up through your spine and allow your spine to grow tall. But we're going to start with our feet and then just move up to the ankles and then to the calves, the knees, the thighs. And we're just going to engage the muscles of our legs. And what we're going to do is try to narrow our hips slightly. So there's a little bit of an engagement, which helps to bring the pelvis and the pubic bone and the muscles of the pelvic floor. It brings them all together and helps you to engage those muscles. So lift your sternum, drop your shoulders down your back, slightly lower your chin towards your chest. And if you're on a wall, you lean back on the wall and you can maybe bring your head back to the wall, and maybe your head doesn't go back, so don't strain it. Your neck, just bring your head a little bit forward, but it's something for us to work towards to be able to get the neck and the head all the way back to the wall. So now I want to, with your kneecaps, just lift it slightly, narrow those hips. Now create some space now between your abdomen and your floating ribs. We talked about them last week. So this is the diaphragm here. So I want you just to feel like you're creating a little bit of space. Now drop your shoulders down your back. And then go ahead and firm up your arms. And then spread your fingers wide and try to draw your fingers, the tips of your fingers down. That also helps you to draw those shoulder blades back. Okay, then be aware of how your chin is. So we'd like to have our chin slightly down or parallel to the floor. And that's going to help you to lengthen up through the crown of your head here. So the three pillars of yoga are the body, the mind, and the breath. So one of the purposes of yoga is to help heighten our awareness of our body, which then connects the mind, the heart, and all the organs and the glands start to work at their optimum level. Take this moment now to keep narrowing your hips, and it's almost as if you're trying to draw your heels in towards one another. So that gives you a slight engagement without overdoing here. So active fingers, dropping your shoulders down your back. And now we're going to go ahead and externally rotate our palms. So draw your thumbs back to the pretend wall or to the wall. You could even touch the wall with your thumbs, which really helps you to drop those shoulders down your back. Yep. Okay, now as you inhale, I want you to lift the arms only about 2 inches. So you just lift as you inhale. And then as you exhale, I want you to relax the arms down and try to keep touching your thumbs to the wall if you're on the wall. And if you're away from the wall, then you can do the same exact movement. But what I want you to notice is that when you inhale, the arms lift just naturally. And that as you exhale, the arms relax. Fill up with energy, fill up with light and love and compassion into every cell. Let your breath move your body. Yoga is asking us to pay attention to these subtle movements, to pay attention when we are off the mat and on the mat. The next time you exhale, we'll go ahead and slowly lift the arms up, and you can take them right to the wall. Now, if you're right by the wall, try to touch those thumbs to the wall and then slowly lift the arms up. Okay, now drop your shoulders down your back. Now, if we had a yoga strap here, we could grab our strap, and that would help us to draw those elbows in a little bit more towards our ears. Or it would also help us if we had a shoulder challenge, so we could just hold that strap and keep the arms out so that we don't feel any stress. Okay, let's go ahead and just very slowly let your arms come back. If you are by that wall, try to reach back to touch it. Let your arms come down to your side body. And then again, we're going to inhale the arms, float out. So let them just float. And then up towards the heavens. Okay, narrow your hips, drop your shoulders down your back, tilt your chin slightly down. And then slowly exhale, letting those arms come back down. Okay, this one will change. Inhale, lifting those arms out and up. Reach up to the heavens. Let's go ahead and grab that right wrist with the left hand, and then we'll just stretch that right side body. Stretch it, just stretching a little bit left. Not overdoing. Inhale, we lift up. We switch wrists, and then we go to the right. Now breathe into your left side body and notice that my head is not dropping down. It's in line with my spine. Press and root into your left foot, and then come up. Switch wrist. We'll hold that right wrist. We'll lean a little bit to the left. Keep your chest open and facing me. Don't make it a twist. Inhale, we come up. Switching wrist. Let's go a little bit to the right. Drop your shoulders down your back. Yes, have a nice long neck. Okay, one more. Inhale, come up. Switch to your right wrist. Extending through the right side of the body. Breathe into it. Keep your breath soft and natural. Inhale, we come up. And exhale, we go to the other side. Trying to keep the upper arms by our ears. Just do the best you can, but don't strain your shoulders. Okay, very slowly we'll come up to the ceiling, and then slowly we'll let the arms come back down alongside the body. Let's shake those arms out a little bit. Let's go ahead and step our feet a little bit more comfortable distance apart. And let's go ahead and root down to rise up. And let's just start with a little twisting. Either side, just go one side and then the other. Let your head follow your shoulders. Every time you inhale, you're still feeling length and space in your spine. Every time you exhale, we try to twist a little bit further. Okay, let's slowly come back to neutral. Check your feet, they're straight, and your feet are shoulder width apart now. Let's go ahead and inhale, just take your arms out to your shoulders, and then exhale, let's come down inch by inch by inch. Now we're just gonna stop wherever we want to, but pull your low belly in and up, and then root down and rise up. Inhale up, and then exhale, let's take the arms down. Okay, let's bring the shoulders up to the ears, squeeze them tight, and exhale, bring them down. Inhale, take your arms out to me. Inhale up, exhale, we come down into any kind of squat. And you can go wider with your feet if you'd like to. Turn your feet out a little bit too. And then press and lift up. Slowly bring your arms down. Okay, lengthen up through your spine. One more. Oh, before we do it, let's bring the shoulders up. Squeeze them up tight, tight, tight. And drop them down. Okay. Inhale, arms out at your shoulders, and then exhale, come down. This time, let's bring the hands behind us, and we'll pulse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then inhale, we'll bring our arms just up to the shoulders. And then exhale, we'll take our arms out and down. Now let's go ahead and just bring your right shoulder to the right ear, left shoulder to the left ear. And then relax those shoulders down. So let's check our feet. Now our feet are our foundation, so I'm always going to remind you to check your feet. And you might want to go a tiny bit wider on this one, but you can just see how you feel and you can adjust. Let's go ahead and just grow tall. Okay, so we're going to bend the knees and bring our arms behind us. Okay, so elbows back, so palms down. So we're going to inhale here, pull those elbows back. Now exhale, round your back and pull your belly in. Bring your arms forward to me. So this is like cat-cow. We're going to inhale, the head is up. Now the tailbone's back. And then exhale, round and pull in with your core, your abdominal muscles. Inhale, expand. Exhale, contract. See if you can engage the pelvic floor muscles. Inhale and exhale. Okay, inhale, big breath, head up, the elbows back. Exhale. Okay, inhale. Good. Exhale. Okay, one more. Inhale, big breath. Good. Lift your heart. Exhale, round, pull in, navel to the spine. Inhale, slowly come up. Let those arms come down, shake them out a little bit. Let's go ahead and bend those elbows and open and close those fingers. So we'll just bring some energy into the palms of the hands. And then turn your palms down. Let's open and close those fingers really fast. Let's make a fist and rock those palms up and down a little bit. And then circle the hands. And then reverse. And then slowly let your arms come back down. And now we're going to go back to the wall. If we have a wall, it doesn't matter if you don't, but we're gonna hold on with the right hand to the chair. And if you have your chair to the right, like I do, like I have mine, we're gonna just move our feet about 3.5 to 4 feet apart. So this is one of the poses that if your legs are not as far apart, if they're narrower than 3.5 to 4 feet apart, it makes it harder to do the pose. So don't cheat yourself there by being too close together with your feet. But all we're going to do is turn our right foot to the chair so that your right foot is straight to the short end of your yoga mat. And then our left foot, we're going to turn it so that your right heel lines up with the arch of your left foot, or maybe your heel of your left foot. Either way is good. But your left foot is flat. Then, holding the chair, I want you to lift your heart and turn your chest to me so that you have your hips, your glutes are facing the wall. And then you have to kind of just tuck your tailbone slightly, yes, and lift your heart, and then drop your shoulders down your back. So what we're going to do, if you feel comfortable, you can keep your right hand on the chair, or you could take your arms out to your shoulders. Okay, now lift all 10 toes if you can, so that you root down into the 4 corners of your feet. All we're going to do is take our right arm out to the right towards the chair, and then we'll bring our right hand to the back of the chair, I'm going to hold the highest part of the chair, or maybe if your chair has rungs like mine, you could go to the middle, or you could go down to the seat, even if you wanted to. Now, if you're at the wall, try to draw your left hip back. And you tuck your right hip under the knee, and you try to draw your right hip under towards me. And your left arm now, it could be to the ceiling like I have mine, or it could be by your left ear. That's a little bit more challenging. But if you have it up and you're by the wall, then draw it back. Now lifting both kneecaps on your legs, slowly come up. So we'll just come up very slowly. We'll do our counter stretch. If we feel balanced, we'll lean back with the left arm on the left leg. Now you inhale, your arms come out to your shoulders. Now just adjust your hips so they're facing me. Reach that right arm out and then down to whatever level. Could be the highest part of the chair, the middle part of the chair, or the seat of the chair. Now keep trying to tuck your right hip under and open your left hip to the ceiling. So this is Trikonasana, triangle pose. Very slowly let your left arm lift you up. Your right arm just follows naturally, and then we lean back. Both legs are straight here. Okay, we're gonna do one more triangle pose. Inhale up, exhale, reach, and then bring your right hand to whatever spot is right for you. Try to tuck your right hip under and open the left hip up. Drop your shoulders down your back. Come up slow and mindful. Leaning back on the left leg. Looking up at the right hand if you're okay. Inhale, bring your arms to your shoulders. Exhale, we bring our arms down, back to our hips. We bend our front knee. We can hold the chair with the right hand. Now you pivot your feet to me so that both your feet are facing forward. Let's go ahead and rise up really strong through your spine with your hands on your hips. Let's go ahead and just inch by inch, we'll just bow forward, inch by inch by inch by inch. We'll hold on to our calves or our knees or our ankles, and we'll just relax the upper portion of the body over the legs. Turn your head from one side to the other. If that feels good, you can say yes. You can say no. Let's bend both knees. Bring your hands to the knees. Okay, push into your palms and then lift up slowly, mindfully. And now keep your eyes open. Let's just look at our feet, that they're still straight. So your arches are lined up, your feet are slightly pigeon-toed. Let's go ahead and grow tall. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, let's bow forward again. Be kind to your hamstrings. Only go to the spot that feels great to you. Go to the wow, not the ow. Ungrip your toes. You want to take at least 3 conscious breaths. Spread your sit bones wide. That helps for sciatic Let's bend the knees, bring your hands to the knees. Now you pull your belly in and then you come up with the knees bent. That's very important to protect your back. Okay, eyes open. Let's breathe deep here. Okay, one more time. Inhale, lengthen, grow tall. Exhale, let's bow forward, bending at our hip hinge. And then relaxing the upper portion of the body over the legs. One more breath. Let's bend the knees, bring your hands to the knees. Now pull the belly in. Lift your heart a little bit and then come up really slowly, slowly, slowly. Okay, hold the chair with your right hand. Anytime you need to, you just hold that chair. Let's toe heel our feet a little bit closer, holding the chair. Let's look at our feet, make sure they're straight. Lift to your tiptoes. Lower down, rock back to your heels, and then roll forward again, rock back and forth. Okay, come on down to solid earth, and then we'll go ahead and turn to our chair. We'll just reach the chair, we'll pull it over to the left side of the mat, your yoga mat. And it's always safest to have the chair on a yoga mat. And sometimes you have to straighten out your mat, but just make sure all four legs of the chair are on your mat. That's why the light folding chairs are really nice. I have some in my garage. I should use one sometime. I'll get it for next week, but just to show you that a nice folding chair that is light is very good for chair yoga. But so we're going to go ahead and just open up the legs so that they're facing me. We'll go 3.5 to 4 feet apart with your legs. So now this one, first grow tall with your left hand on your chair to keep you safe. Let's turn that left foot to the chair. And then you can scooch. I'm scooching my left foot closer to the chair to get a little bit wider with my legs so they get more stretch. Now both legs are straight, but let's dynamically lift our kneecaps. So that activates the muscles of the legs. Now lift your sternum, try to draw your hips, your rib cage out of your hips a little bit. And then drop your shoulders down your back. Then we'll take our arms out to our shoulders. Okay, so now lift all 10 toes, draw your arms back towards the wall. If you're against the wall, that's great, because that's going to help you to keep these hips in alignment, because they don't want to stay there naturally. So we're going to go ahead and reach through the left fingertips. You're going to extend out. And then you can hold any height of the chair with your left hand. Your right arm comes up. Now try to tuck this left hip under, open the right hip towards the ceiling. Left hand can be wherever you're comfortable. It could be on the inside of your left leg if you feel balanced. Your right arm could be to the ceiling, or it could be by your ear, or it could be behind your back. And then you just try to externally rotate that right shoulder if it's behind your back. So now we let our right arm pull us up, and then we very slowly lean back on that right leg, and we look up at our left hand. Now breathe into your left side body, and then inhale, come up. Now pull those hands away from each other. Reach that left arm out, and then bring it down. Now you're going to take your 3 conscious breaths. 3 conscious breaths. Slowly let your right arm pull you up. Let your left arm follow naturally where it wants to. Turn your left palm towards your face. Breathe deep. Nice. Good posture. One more. Inhale, come up with your arms to your shoulders. Exhale, reach, and then down. Okay. Breathe into the cells of your body. Bring the light of awareness into every cell. We're bringing consciousness into matter in yoga. Awareness into the body. Inhale, we come up, and then exhale back. Inhale, we come up slowly, and then exhale, we can slowly let those arms come down. Let's hold on to the chair with that left hand. Turn your left foot to me. Let's pigeon toe those feet a little bit. So we'll just change what we're going to do here. We're going to go ahead and first grow tall. Good. Okay, then we're going to go ahead and bend at your hip hinge. We'll go ahead and bow forward like we did before, but let's take our left hand towards our right foot, just wherever it feels comfortable. Then we'll take our right arm up to the ceiling for a nice twist. And then slowly let your right arm come down. We'll walk our hands a little bit towards our left foot. We'll take our left arm up to the ceiling. We'll breathe deeply. And we'll come down. Now again, we'll walk a little bit to our right hand foot, and then the right arm comes up. And we look up. Don't let your head drop down. Exhale, come back down. Inhale, walking towards your left foot. Reach that left arm up. Now get long in your spine. Breathe deep. Beautiful. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Exhale down. Let's do one more. We'll walk towards our right foot. The right arm comes up, and we lift our heart. We draw our tailbone back away from the crown of the head, and then slowly come down. Okay, last one. Right hand towards the left foot. Reach that left arm up. And then exhale, left hand comes down. Now you're going to toe heel your feet a little closer. You're going to bend your knees. And then we'll bring our hands to the knees like we did before. Pull the belly in, and then we slowly lift up so that we're very balanced. And then breathe deep here. Let's just take a moment to pause. I'm going to grab my yoga blocks, and I'm just going to show you that if you had your yoga blocks with you, we could bring our hands to the blocks when we were doing our folding forward or when we were doing our twists. So we could use the blocks to help us to get a little bit more stretch, makes it maybe a little easier for us to come up. So just remember that if you have yoga blocks, don't hesitate to use them. Let's bring our feet a little bit closer together, but let's still have them about hip distance apart, a little bit wider maybe than hip distance apart. Let's turn our toes out slightly, and then inhale, let's bring our arms up to the ceiling. Good. And then we're going to exhale, we'll come into a squat. And then we're going to inhale, reach up. And then we're going to exhale, we're going to lean to the right. Now just breathe, drop your shoulders down your back. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, squat. Inhale, reach. And then exhale to the left. Inhale, we come up. Exhale, squat. And bring in the joy here. Inhale, we open up. Okay, exhale, we lean to the right. We're all blossoming flowers. Inhale, we come up. Exhale, squat. Inhale, greet the day. Exhale to the left. You're still finding length in your spine. Okay, one more. Inhale, we come up. Exhale, squat. Inhale, reach. Exhale, let's go to the right. So remember, if you have a shoulder challenge with your left shoulder, you can always bring that left hand behind your hip, or you could bring your left hand to your hip. Okay, inhale, we come up. Okay, exhale, squat. Inhale, blossom. Exhale to the left. Inhale, we come up. Exhale, the palms together, and then to our hearts. Okay, let's go ahead and just shake out our arms and our legs. Bend one knee, bend the other knee. And try to pick up the knees. Okay, so let's bring both the feet down flat and then stand tall, holding the chair with your left hand. Let's bend that right knee. Let's lift the right knee up. And then what I want you to do is point and flex your right foot. Good. Now make a circle with your toes. Draw a circle on the floor. And then reverse. And then we'll bring our right leg down. We'll walk it out a little bit. And then we'll lift our left foot up. Okay, now grow tall first. Point and flex. And circle. And reverse. Okay, let's bring our left leg down, walk it out a little bit. Okay, now let's turn our chair so that the seat is facing you. And make sure that all four legs are on your yoga mat. So I'm gonna move your chair. If you're close to a wall, try to get close to the chair. You know, you could be an inch or two away from the chair is fine. But facing your chair, so you're not facing me. Now you're gonna bring your left foot to the chair. Okay. Now lift your heart. Okay, so all we're gonna do here is inhale, lengthen, and then exhale. Your left hand is gonna come to the wall. Right hand is gonna come to the knee, your left knee. And then we're gonna walk that left hand behind us. And we can have a wall, or maybe you don't have a wall, but that's okay. See if you feel balanced and try to twist to the left. Okay, when you get to where you feel like, okay, that's my spot to stop, then breathe consciously. Breathe deeply. Every time you inhale, you're lengthening. Every time you exhale, you're twisting more. You use the wall to help you to twist a little bit more. Pushing into the left palm. One more breath. And then slowly walk that left palm back to neutral. Hold your chair or the wall. Then take your left leg down. And then just walk it out for a minute. Okay, let's go ahead and take our hands to the seat of the chair. And now walk your feet back so that you have a nice, long, parallel spine from the floor. Nice, long spine. Now press your sit bones away from each other. So you're going to create a little interior space by consciously spreading the sit bones. When you're nice and long, try to have your hips over your ankles and ungrip your toes. Wag your tail if that feels good. And then inhale, lift to your tiptoes. And we'll come into a little bit of a plank pose. And then exhale, press your hips back. Breathe deep. Inhale, come back with your hips a little bit forward. Make sure you're nice and stable. And then exhale, go back. You have to have your chair on a yoga mat to do these poses. One more. Inhale, plank pose. Lift your kneecaps. Good. Exhale, go back. Inhale, take your right leg out behind you. And then bring it down. Let's take that left leg out behind us. And you take it as high as you're comfortable. Try to go parallel to the floor. And then bring it down. And then take your right leg back out behind you. Press through your right heel. And then bring it down. And we'll take that left leg out behind us. And then bring it down. Now we'll bend the knees. Walk your feet towards your chair. Holding one part of the chair with your left hand. Let's go ahead and turn towards me. And just breathe deep. Just feel your body. That's the most important thing you can do in yoga class, is to feel these subtle nuances, any subtle sensations. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and take the chair and we'll move it to the right side of our yoga mat. And then you can be close to the wall if you can, but make sure all 4 legs are on your chair. Okay, let's see. You guys can see me. And then we'll go ahead and take that right leg now to the chair. So it's the leg that's closest to your wall, if you have a wall there. And look at your left foot, make sure both feet are straight. And your right foot is on the chair. Now, first, grow tall. Lengthen. Okay, then we're gonna go ahead and take our right hand to the wall. Left hand goes to your right knee. We're gonna lengthen and then twist. Then you're gonna hold your stretch. You're gonna hold your twist and keep both legs active. So it doesn't mean for your left leg to fall asleep here. I want you to be aware and awake that you're dynamically using both legs. Even the leg that is on the chair, the right leg. Trying to turn your head to look over that shoulder. That helps to get you a little stretch for your neck. Very slowly, you can walk your right hand back to neutral, and then we'll take our right leg down. We'll go ahead and just walk out our feet a little bit. Good, and let's go ahead and bring our hands to the seat of the chair. We'll walk our hips back. We'll get long with our spine first. Stretch your tailbone away from your head and just enjoy our chair yoga down dog. Wiggle the hips if that feels good. Lift to the tiptoes. And then press those hips back. This one, let's take that right leg out behind us and get long with your spine. Bring your right leg down. And then inhale, left leg comes out behind you. Flex the foot. Try to get parallel to the floor. And then bring it down. And again, we'll take that right leg up. And bring it down. And then the left leg comes up, pressing through the heel. And then come down. Let's bend the knees, walk your feet towards your chair. Hold on and make sure you're nice and stable. And then come up. Take a breath here, holding the chair. Make sure you're totally attentive and aware. Let's go ahead and just take our chair back to the middle of our mat, and we will have a seat on our chair. We'll move the hips a little bit forward so that we're not leaning back in the chair. Let's just hug our right knee in. And then bring it down and hug that left knee in. And bring it down. So let's make a little change. Let's hug that right knee in. Okay, let's have the left hand be the dominant hand on your right leg. Then take your right arm out to the right and then swing it back behind you just to wherever you can. And now pull the knee to the left so that you get a little bit of a twist here. And then come back to neutral. We'll take our right leg down. We'll lift our left knee up. Right hand will be the dominant hand on the leg. Left arm, you could bring it down or you could bring it behind you. And you could even hold one part of the chair to see if you can get more twist. Now bring that knee to the right so that you cross the midline of your body, but you turn your head a little bit left. And then you come back down. And then we come back to neutral. Now this time let's change it again. We'll hug that right knee in. We'll go ahead and extend that leg out. We'll slide the hands down the leg. And we'll try to lift that leg a little bit. And then we'll lower that right leg down. We'll hug that left knee in. And then we'll slide the hands down the leg a little bit. If we have a yoga strap, we could wrap that strap around the foot and then come down. And let's just tap those feet here a little bit. Tap, 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 tap. And then we'll hold on to the chair. We'll lift those feet and we'll count 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We'll lower the feet down. We'll pigeon toe those feet. We'll lift the hips and we count 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We'll come down. We'll lift up the legs, the arms, and we say, yay. And then we come back down. Let's do one more. Let's lift those feet. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come down, pigeon toe the feet, lift up. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down. Yay! All right, rub those thighs a little bit, rub the knees, squeeze and release the calves. And then sitting nice and tall, we'll go ahead and take our arms out to the side. We'll make a fist with our palms and squeeze out any tension in your arms. Squeeze tight, 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 drop. Pick up those shoulders to the ears, squeeze those shoulders up. A little bit tighter, 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 drop. Let's go ahead and squeeze the whole face up like a raisin and release. Now open those eyes as wide as you can, open the mouth as far as you can, stick out the tongue. Ah! Let's turn the head to the right, pause. Come back to neutral and turn the head to the left. Pause. Come back to neutral. Let's lower the chin down into the chest. Slowly lift the chin up. Lower the head back to where you're comfortable. Slowly bring the chin back to neutral. And then we'll turn our palms up towards the energy in the room. We'll take a moment to close the outer eyes and open up the inner ears. And we begin with listening. Not our everyday listening, but truly listening, truly paying attention to any messages that we might be receiving. And bringing our awareness back to our toes. Just wiggling the toes a little bit, wiggling the fingers a little bit. And then bringing our hands together in front of our hearts. And together we say, Namaste. Thank you for coming to Leesburg Library. Have a wonderful week ahead.